Hello, welcome to the Clay Academy. I'm Mrs. Cherry. Today we're going to be making a cup using a pattern. Here is the cup I'm showing you as an example. You can see it has a design on it. I've created texture by using a unique little item. This I got at Michael's art supply, and it contained little rubber stamps, but the actual base where the rubber stamps were put in place actually makes a great texture on my artwork. So I use that to create those dots that you see. So to begin with, you're going to need your basic tools, your board for rolling out your clay. You need your rolling pin, you need your cup of slip, and today you're going to make yourself a pattern. It's just a cross-shaped pattern that we're going to use out of paper. So my first step, as usual, is to get my clay, and I'm going to pull that out of my bag. Cut it off with my wire. Remember, you can buy your clay if you live in Phoenix at Marjan Ceramics. They're on 35th Avenue and Earl. And you want a slab that's about 1 inch thick for this. So I've cut about 1 inch slab, and I'm ready to begin. Always cover your clay back up so that it doesn't dry out. And stand up to roll. I'm going to drop my camera now so you can see what I'm doing. All right. And I'm going to get my boards, put those in place. Get my rolling pin, and I'm going to start rolling. Press down as you roll, gives you more strength. Roll it a little bit one way, turn it over, roll it the other direction. Always keeping your rolling pin on those boards so that they can help you with the thickness. We don't want it too thick, we don't want it too thin, and those are used as our guide. So I'm going to flip it again, continue rolling. And I'm going to flip it one more time. That looks pretty good. Now, if you don't want the canvas texture that you're going to get from your board on your piece, then you want to smooth it with a rib. This also gets your clay, it helps to compress it even a little bit more. And you can smooth it with your fingers. Looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to measure. Perfect. My pattern is perfect for that. I'm going to take my pin tool and I'm going to trace around it. Remember, always trace lightly. That way, if you make a mistake, you can always go back and erase it and start over again if you make an error in your tracing or anytime you're going to cut something out. And there's my trace. You can see, got my pattern. Now I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to use my board as a guide so that it comes out evenly. And I'm just going to cut and cut. Notice how I jumped over that line. Cut and cut. I don't want to cut through this middle part. So make sure that you follow your lines to cut it out. And one more. And now I can remove my extra clay. And I need to, I missed this part. And this part. And there we go. So this is my basic structure for my cup. Now, I'm going to put my texture on. I'm going to take my little doodad here and situate it where I can press. And there's my little dots. Press. And press. And one more time. Now, if you don't want to use something like this, there are all sorts of other options. I need to flip it over so that it is, my texture is going to be on the outside of my piece. And now I'm going to get my scoring tool and make sure I wet it in my scoring goo. And I'm going to do an inside-outside score. So I scored on the inside of one edge, on the outside of the other. Make sure I get some slip on that. And now I am going to fold it together and press it into place. And then I'm going to turn it inside, outside, add my goo, my slip, press that into place, and spin it. Inside, outside, add my slip or my water if you don't have slip. Press it into place. And one last time. Inside, outside, add my slip and press it into place. And there's my cup, nicely folded. The fold becomes part of your design. Now, you want to make sure that all of your corners are sealed up, that your edges are sealed. If they're not sealed, you're going to have a leaky cup. So I'm going to press a little bit on the inside, make sure, check all my seams. They look good to me. And now I'm going to add my handle. To add a handle, depending on what kind of handle you want. On this cup, I used a rounded handle. You could do a flat handle. Because there's flat in your design there, that might be the better idea. And I need to make sure that it is the right length. I think I'm going to do 2 pieces here. I'm just going to be creative. And I'm going to cut a piece right here. And then I'm going to cut a piece that's the same size right here. And now, because these are cut edges, I want to smooth my edge. Smooth my edge. Remember, whenever we cut edges, we want to smooth them. And then I'm going to take my little texture, I'm going to press and press. And then I'm going to overlap my, let's see, how's that going to fit? Is that big enough? Yep, I like that. So I'm going to score these together. And add my slip. Press it into place. And I think that looks pretty good. I think if I can, there we go, that's more interesting. Now I have to measure. Remember, your cup handle, you need to be able to put your fingers through it. And I'm going to have this connect inside my cup. I could do it just on the edge. It's up to you. I think I will score right here. Score the inside. Add my goo, my slip. Press that into place. Bring it on down. I see where it's going to attach. I think I will turn this guy over and do it like this. Score here. Score here. Add my slip. My poor dog Jake is stuck outside right now. He's asking me to open up, let him in. I think I'm going to have to do that. So take a look at that wonderful cup. Don't forget, you want to put your name on the bottom when you're done. And I always use a dull pencil for that. Write my name. If you want to put the date, you can. There we go. And there is an easy cup to make. You can make a whole set like this. Next time we get together, I will be showing you how to make a teapot using this same pattern. So tune in next Friday and see the teapot lesson. Don't forget, if you're going to bring your work to me and want me to fire it for you, you need to wrap it in plastic. Don't let it dry out completely. And make sure your name's on it, and email me at kcherryartist@gmail.com, and we can make arrangements for you to get your pieces fired. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. We'll talk to you soon.